Good morning, good evening, or good night to the lovely people watching. Loneliness is today's topic, and it's maybe one of the scariest things you can go through with. But it can also be one of the most prosperous and great things to upgrade your life. I used to have zero social antennas, very few friends, and tried to fit in everywhere when I was younger. In a few videos back, I spoke about the plate principle, where imagine opening a drawer. In this drawer, there are knives, forks, spoons, and other sort of stuff, and you're the plate. Imagine this drawer with knives, forks, and spoons are society or people in general. Because of the shape and size you are, and your mental attitude or your posture or in general your attitude towards life, you just don't fit into this drawer. You actually fit into the cabinet above where the other plates are. But you feel like this is where I belong. You break yourself. You scrape yourself into a little box in the corner in order to fit in. The principle about the plate is that never break yourself in order to fit into a place where you feel like you belong. Never be like everyone else. Never do the things everyone keeps telling you to do. And don't take that out of context where I'm gonna live life and I'm gonna stop listening to my mom, I'm gonna stop listening to my dad. No, don't be an idiot. Use some common sense. I'll give an example. If I need advice, where do I go? The elder generation. My mom, siblings, grandparents, people that have more life experience than I have in my life. It's the same as the end of the quote of every single video I say, it is you versus you, fuck everyone else, but seek guidance when you need it. But here's another thing that I'm just gonna go a little bit off topic before I go back. Pointers from people in general is good. But getting too much pointers from everyone is bad, because the more information that you get and the more perspective you get from everyone, you'll end up being confused unless you take notes on it and think, I'm going to implement that, and that. Back to the point of loneliness. Back to the plate principle. I broken myself many, many times in order to fit in places I don't belong. Floorball, field hockey, soccer, many, many places. Never fit into these places because it was not me. The only time that I actually kind of fell into the right category, or this is my people, is art, going to the gym, wanting to grow and become successful. Those are type of my people that continuously want to grow in the field that I've chosen. Now that is said, if you're lonely and you're watching this, I understand and I can relate to it. You have no friends. You feel like when you log on to play video games, the people that you speak to are they're always assholes in a sort of way. You don't have a girlfriend and you suck with women. Here's something I want you to know. I want you to actually go out there and fail. Not actually fail for the future, but fail so many times that you understand that, oh shit, the only thing that I need to do is try again and again and again and improve on from last time. Understand this. If you're lonely and you're a gamer, you can understand the principle. The main character playing in that video game, let's say Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Alexios. If there's a level 5 enemy and you're level 1, you're going to be slain just like that. But if you go hunt for the wolves, the sheep, and level up XP by XP and XP, and then suddenly you're level 6, you can beat the guy, right? Imagine doing the same thing in life. Imagine getting the body physique that you want, being able to speak with a woman without overthinking, being able to make the friends on the spot just like that by just going rapidly. It is possible, 100% to achieve it, but You gotta understand that you need to put in the effort. The standpoint that you have right here, right now, of loneliness, where let's say you don't have any friends, you don't have any family, and you got no clue what the hell you want to do with your life. I used to watch all these internet videos of how to find your purpose, what to do, reading books about these certain people that are successful. Is a recommendation I can recommend. I wouldn't recommend watching 10,000 hours of YouTube videos in order to find who you are. But I mean, what is your interest? What is maybe just a teeny tiny thing that can push you in the right direction of where you want to go? A recommendation that I really recommend is something that I highly recommend, with other words, is grab a piece of paper and a pen and just write the question of the top of the page. What is my purpose? And then whatever thoughts come to your brain, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how weird those thoughts are, write it down. Even if it is literally simple like this. I feel that my purpose is, and then question mark. I don't know how precisely to put these into words, but at the same time, I feel like there's something that I should do in order to upgrade myself. I've always taken an interest in changing. I've always taken an interest into doing art, going to the gym. I've always taken an interest in nature. Right there. 1, 2, 3. Always taken an interest in changing, nature, art, and the gym. Just to give you an example of how easy it can be. At the same time, it's very easy, or it's very hard at the same time, because if you're forcing yourself to write down sort of things because someone told you to, I can understand. But if you ever, in your entire lifespan, no matter how big or how small, you get an idea of maybe something that could help someone else or help you, write that idea down. Because let's face it, no matter video gamers, people that are below you or above you, idiots, smart people, doesn't matter. It's you. If you have an idea, grab your phone, just go on notes and just write it down that I wish there was an app for this and this and this. That idea could be maybe the turning point for you to become successful and skyrocket you towards the success. And me speaking about these small things is actually the point and pinnacle for you in order to go in the right direction out of this loneliness phase. Because let's face it, if you just sit at home and just stare into the ceiling or play video games, let's face it, we'll never get anywhere. The only way in order to get somewhere is by doing something that is meaningful for you, for others. So what I did, I took 2 years off. Literally, the only thing that I did was going 9 to the 5 and going to the gym. And I improved. I spoke to women, I failed, I got rejected, I was a laughing stock and an idiot. And there was a turning point for me where just, fair. Okay, fine by me. I'm attracting what I am. Let's say that I am a 2 out of 10 man. Most likely going to be attracting a 2 out of 10 woman then. If I want to become better, I have to change. We have to adapt. The same thing goes for the world. The world is rapidly evolving and changing all the time. AI is at its peak, at its best quality. AI is actually quite great for editing, advice. In general, if you use the tool in the right way, not in the dark path that sort of that way. But in order to get out of the loneliness phase, you have to try. You have to go outside. You have to take a fucking shower. You have to put on deodorant. You have to give it your best shot. Because what's the point of living if you cannot try? I understand that even depression can hit so hard that there's 3 months straight where there's nothing. Well, maybe we need that. Look at me. I'll give you an example. You see the pieces of paper behind me? That you can see on. That one right there above my finger. That's pure failure. And the green dots that is in between there are successes. But I'm tracking that, and I'm actually grateful for all those failures because I realized that, I've given into that habit so many times. It's that habit of drinking energy drinks, basically. And I realized, if I do this times that, damn, I've wasted so much money on that specific thing. I'm going to take into consideration by next month, we're reducing that by 50%. Right there. But I'm also taking into consideration myself that it's not going to be easy. The advice that I'm giving you is not going to be bulletproof. I'm just giving advice that kind of helped me along the way in order to figure out what I wanted to do and which direction I want to go in life. I'm sharing this message, more of that. I hope you find this, and I actually hope it helps you in order to boost you and go in the right direction. You want to know something? One of the main reasons that I started going to the gym was because of anime and video games itself. Because I've always seen Dragon Ball Super, the tournament of power, where Goku always finds a new way to power up. Where you see Saitama always does the same routine in order to gain strength. It's boring as fuck, but the results are fucking pristine amazing. I've seen Alexios from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Kratos from God of War. All these men have something in common. Their body physique, the way they speak, the way they act. I've always wanted to aspire for that. So what I always did in the beginning is that I googled AMV animated music videos of Goku doing Kamehameha, Saitama just doing one punch in order to explode the enemy, Kratos taking his weapon and swooshing down with a Leviathan axe, or his devastating, those blades, Chaos Blades if I'm not mistaken, or Alexios with his legendary Leonidas spear. It was always motivating for me because it was just a turning point for me where I just, you know what, I'm fucking tired of this. I'm tired of being a loser. So I changed. I decided that myself. But you also have to take the initiative yourself because no one is coming to save us. No one is coming to hand us $1 million. It is up to you to fix yourself. You need to create structure. You need to create a plan. You need to follow this plan, execute, fail a bunch of times, lose money, gain money, lose friends, lose girlfriends, and then become successful. I've lost countless friends throughout the years, not dying, but I just outgrown them. I stopped speaking to them because some of them just didn't hold any value for me back. To be quite fairly honest with you, this is the harsh truth. Some of them was actually holding me back. So I left. For my own happiness, for the sake of me. Because I did the thing that I wanted to do. Because I did the thing that was right for me. There was a character from somewhere, I don't remember what. But he just disappeared. He left his friends, his family, his girlfriend, and just started anew. And everyone that loved him at the time, they was curious what happened. Then one day, out of the blue, it just shows up and just sitting in from a tree, just swimming back and forth. And then the woman says, "We're worried about you. It was quite rude of you to leave us all behind." And the response of him was, "Really? Is it? Because for the first time in my life, I'm fucking happy. I'm actually grateful for finding myself, for finally finding peace. Is there something wrong with that? So what if I lose people, or if I put them behind, or if I leave them behind? I am doing what is best for me in order for me to grow." But this character was realistic about it, to be fairly honest. And for the people that out there that believe that, yeah, I'm going to do the very best thing for me. I'm going to sit in this couch for 8 hours every single day. We both know that's bullshit. We both know the way to success is doing the thing that you want. But you gotta move. You gotta adapt. You got to change. Every single time you face a problem, you can't have the same mindset that you did 5 years ago. Because let's say you're 20 now, and for 5 years ago you were 15. You wouldn't have the same mindset, would you? No, because you grew. You became a man. You changed your mindset. Your brain developed because you're reading, because you're journaling, because you're doing these habits that are good for you. But if you stay the same, stay the same. Want to be broke? Be broke. Want to be rich? Do something about it. It's the harsh reality of it that if you want something out of anything, you gotta fucking do something about it. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. The same goes for shit. One of the things I'm struggling with right now that I haven't become. Yeah, I'll give it right here. One of my art pieces. One of these things. I recreated it so many times, but I haven't achieved the perfection that I wanted. I gotta fail and fail. And I'll give you an example right here, right now. If you want to get out of the loneliness phase, you gotta change. First attempt, second attempt, third attempt, fourth attempt. You are the same, but you change. If you feel like something is holding you back, you gotta adapt to it. You just gotta realize that, maybe the best thing is that, honestly, just letting go. Imagine a chain that you're holding on to. Imagine that being your friend. One of those crabs that are holding you back. And you realize the only reason you're holding on to him is because he's the only person that wants to play with you in this specific game, but he always trash talks you. Shit, I just let go. Damn. What is this? It's the sound of silence, of the sound of you being able to be alone and figure out what the fuck you want to do. The same goes for one thing we all can relate to is games. The moment you realize that you put away the controller, there's a moment of either hesitation, relief, or realization that, shit, I just wasted 8 hours. Shit, I need to go to the bathroom. A relief. Or shit, I can't do this anymore. It's not fun. Because if it was up to me, I would gladly sit like I did before and sit and play Warhammer all night long. If it was up to me, I would be with the boys right now playing D&D or in general sitting with a board game, Warhammer 40k, or playing Lego Star Wars and exploding Lego sets. But I can't. I can't do that every single day. Because those are small joys that I can look forward to when I earned it. Because let's face it, I need to pay the bills. I need to make YouTube videos. I need to spend quality time with the family. I need to chase my dreams and goals and go to the gym in order to build a great physique. I need to be in the kitchen doing laundry and doing the things in order to prevail and succeed in life. I can't sit around doing anything anymore. Even though there are times where I sit down and doom scroll by accident, or in general just sit back and just go back to old habits at times. But we all do it. But in order to get away from this loneliness is put yourself out there in places. Take away the plate principle. Don't break yourself, but don't try to fit in, but just try. You will be judged along the way. We all do. And the thing for it, for example, that I remember one of the first times I ever went to a convention. I was sweating, stinking, and I had, not anxiety, but I was just stressing out, and I was putting my shoulders like this. And I was in a couple of years after, I did the same thing over and over and over and over again. The reason I went to a convention, because it was just a bunch of nerds going there, gathering of interest in general, because I feel like that is my community, and it is. But I also realized that it's all in here. If I start to stress about social situations, oh, there's a person there, shit, I don't know where. Excuse me, I'm just getting by, I'm just gonna go over here. If you don't like crowded areas, then don't go to crowded areas. Don't go to concerts. Don't go to big cities. If you like living life with your own peace, do that. I know this video has been all over the place, to be fairly honest with you, but it's just in general advice that kind of helps me. That you sit down, you journal, you do bam, 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 this, and this in order to figure out where you want to go. It will take time. It will take years. But the end result is amazing. It is you versus you. Fuck everyone else. But see you guys when you need it. Take care, boys.